Good morning. Here we are again. I hope you had a good sleep. I hope you had a deep sleep. I hope it felt really restful and rejuvenative. Okay, so this morning's meditation. Once again, we start on a cushion on your bum, or on a couple of cushions on your bum, legs cross-legged if you can, or whatever variation allows you to sit with a relatively straight back, with a nice, strong, balanced, straight back. Dropping the chin slightly, allowing yourself to have the impression that if you were to pull yourself from the crown of your head with a piece of string, that you grow taller as your head moves towards the ceiling and your spine starts to lengthen. Imagine your spine made up of its vertebrates, stacked evenly like a beautiful stack of books. Perfect tower. Now coming into the breath. As we do, breathing deeply in and out through our nose, pausing slightly at the top, giving yourself a moment of complete surrender at the bottom of the breath. Feeling the sensations of the breath as it touches the nose, at the tip of the nose, makes its way through the nostrils, feeling it pass by your nostril hairs, down the windpipe, filling the lungs, allowing the belly to move out as you breathe in, from the bottom up, into lowering the diaphragm, expanding the ribs, opening the chest, filling the lungs from the bottom all the way to the top, as if you're breathing into the part of your neck and into your head, into your shoulders, into your whole upper body, throughout your whole body. The breath is full. Now, as you continue to breathe, I'll stop being so instructional, allowing you to sink into a place that's still between realms of the sleeping, dreaming, and the woken. Just check in quickly and find yourself with a sense of movement or balance in one direction or another. And if you find yourself perhaps leaning slightly forward, one side or the other, or even backwards, just align that stack of books, your back, your head upon your shoulders in such a way that it feels like the balance from one direction to another is completely even. Continuing to breathe. And as we do with all meditations, we're going to take check of where we're at in the present, noticing any energies within that might come in the form of some tension, be it physical or emotional. It may be an expression of your mind that's speaking to the fears of what might be coming into a busy day, perhaps. Acknowledging all these things as you continue to breathe, and just giving them the allowance from the perspective of the witness that knows from your higher self that for now, in this space, as we begin our day, that in honouring one and all, we acknowledge everything that we are in the experience of in the present moment consciously, and also are able to bear witness before allowing our focused mind to let that go. We take the focused mind with the contraction of the awareness with the in-breath, and we let it go. We surrender the focus, knowing that we'll be able to experiment with the notion that we'll be better off as we surrender these focuses in the here and the now, moving into a point of balance and equanimity, moving into an experience of peacefulness. Bringing a calmness to this space, imagining that everything that is in your experience is here to comfort you, or it's in the experience of being comforting. It's calm, no matter how the mind might have felt it was chaotic previously. In the present moment, allow yourself to perceive these experiences with openness for them, for the experiences being simply experiences. That we can let go of. As wonderful or as pressing as the experience might feel, we can let go of that as we exhale. Once again, with the breath, I'm going to encourage you all to allow your focus now to be intentionalized beyond the letting go of the experiences that are joyful or pressing, disturbing, chaotic, and bring a sense of peace within. Imagine your environment with all your senses and all your perception to be just absolutely beautiful. Just allow the sense of touch to be nourished with softness. Create a world that feels just perfect, be it the softness of a bed of cushions, soft velvety grass, a beautiful rug, a shallow pool of warm water, whatever it may be. Allow yourself to sense into all those things that bring the sense of just beautiful comfort. Paint this world. Immerse yourself in the imagined experience of the most wonderful, comforting place that feels so safe and so secure. Surround yourself with an image of love, with all the symbols of it, with your loved ones, in the sense of space that feels right. Honor yourself in the dynamic of loving relaxation, in peacefulness. Bring in all the experiences, all the aspects of nature within you, and the nature that goes beyond your inner world to the outer expression of what nature can be, and create that world as you continue breathing deeply with surrender into the experience of this wondrous beauty. Allow the sounds to tantalize. Birds with song that sound like bells ringing. You make up your own visuals that are more cinematic, more wondrous than the most beautiful photograph you've ever seen, the most incredible sunrise you've ever imagined. And know that this can be your world right here and right now as you create it, allowing the breath to focus deeply into the sensations and the perceptions of what this may be. Excuse me. Breathing deeply, ignoring any of those disturbances. Coming back to that place, become the embodiment of all of those things. Become the embodiment of the version of you that knows this place in this space. That knows the energy of being at one with yourself in complete loving calmness. And I encourage you to allow yourself to actually feel into the things that feel like suffering. I want you to feel from your heart the things that feel like they're disturbing. I want you to actually to go into that space and to feel the oppression of all the things that in the human experience don't feel nice. Allow yourself to feel the stress. Allow yourself to feel the discomfort, the pain. And from the place that you've come from, know that you can experience that from your highest self with the ability to be able to bear witness with compassion and love and kindness, but recognition of the human experience for all people, all beings, of dissatisfaction that can be so permeating, so all-encompassing. And I want you to feel the sorrow in your heart for that experience. I want you to acknowledge within yourself that you know that experience from the experiences of your own life and how you've been able to experience the suffering of others. And I want you to bring up the energy of deep compassion, knowing that we have all had this experience, that we're all living in this experience in one way or another. And the more that you can allow yourself to empathize deeply with yourself and with others that you understand to be deeply suffering, I want you to allow your loving heart to bring nothing but loving kindness and compassion to these experiences of yourself and to others, knowing that you've got the wisdom and the embodied ability, that you've got the wisdom within to breathe out, to exhale, and to let go in the present moment consciously of all of this with every single breath. I want you to imagine all of that suffering to have a color and to have a form, imagining into it as anything that might be able to symbolize the experience of being unsettled or pain or anxiety, depression, discontentedness. I want you to give it a symbol. Create a totem to suffering. Carve it out of wood. write a book about it in your imagination. Use your magician's hands to conjure the form of the darkness that may represent this to you. And in this place, knowing that you're already in your peaceful, loving place, I want you to welcome that symbol of suffering and allow your love and compassion, acceptance and non-judgment to simply allow it to be. Accepting that this is something that is part of the human condition, and that at our foundation, in the present moment, having understood that we have the ability to let go and surrender to everything that our focused mind becomes preoccupied with, including the suffering of all humanity and any of the sufferings or any of the pains and stresses within ourselves, that we can let go of that, but not through dismissing it, by bringing it into our consciousness and simply accepting it, knowing that we are all powerfully defined in love, deep empathy, compassion and kindness. I encourage you to symbolize the dissolving of the suffering with your love and kindness in this place. Symbolize it as torn paper in the fire, dispersed to smoke. Symbolize it as the magician's emanation of a dark cloud that turns to vapor, turns to white light. Bring white light so strongly into this creation from within, knowing that your mind has the power to be able to settle on any experience that you choose. And through dispersing our focus, through the allowing and the accepting, we can allow the loving essence of white light and beauty to transcend and transform us completely. And we do that for ourselves and for the sake of hoping that we're able to affect all of those others around us in such a way that they too can be brought into this space of white light and surrender. So with your day coming, hold that really tightly. Allow that white light to emanate from your heart. Allow that smile to come naturally. Allow the peace to sit serenely, and allow this gift of being present in surrender and loving white light and compassion and gentle non-judgment of all the things that present as anything but perfect, but completely a manifestation of our experience, to not fight but to bring it in and to dissolve it with our loving hearts. That's your meditation for today.